one of the great scores in the history of this game.
One of the most unguardable shots in the NBA.
There's Nowitzki.
I have used it on big shots on occasions.
Nowitzki against Wade. It's good! What a shot from Nowitzki! Nowitzki off that back leg. Oh, wow.
Sometimes I use the spin move, shoot a turnaround jumper.
He shoots better off one leg than a lot of guys do off two.
Oh, the old Dirk Nowitzki step back off 1 foot. That's an impossible shot.
Here's Dirk. And there it is, off one leg.
You talk about guys that have changed the game. He's helped change the game.
One-legged fadeaway that so many are doing.
It's an honor for me that guys think that that's a shot that helps them.
The fadeaway. He dirked him off one leg, didn't he?
It was a show of respect. Doug is one of my favorite guys. No, I took that from him. I don't do it as well as him, though. He's been doing it way longer.
So humble, just goes about his business. Go out there and give you 30 points easy. I learned a lot from him just watching him.
But you all know what a big fan I am with Dirk.
Players like Nowitzki or Kobe Bryant, and we almost start to take for granted their excellence.
It makes me proud that some of these guys use it.
That was a freaky one to take it fade away.
For them to think that this is a good weapon to have.
That's the Nowitzki one-legged step back.
That makes me smile.
We are witnessing a man who really changed the game.
One of the all-time greats, an NBA legend, Dirk Nowitzki. It's just amazing when you think a man this size can have such a touch.
Nowitzki really changed the power forward position.
The Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowitzki buries it.
Give him the pack in 1 foot there. There we go.
It builds again for Dirk. Getting a standing ovation.
What he's doing is legendary stuff.
One of the greatest players that ever played this game.
Alright guys, I know y'all been waiting for this build. We'll get started. You'll notice actually this is my day one build. I haven't really done anything different. Other than this template build you'll see here. We'll get into the template build real quick. You're going to see that there actually isn't too much different between the template build and my own. But of course, like I said, a day one build, a little bit of tweaks. First, you got to go with 41 for the Dirk build. Fire forwards. You're going to notice he's got 98 close shot. Mine's a little bit higher. We kind of went with the same for driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk. A lot of same shooting badges, same playmaking. Main difference you'll end up seeing later in the build is the rebounding and defense. They actually give him a little bit more on the strength. Of course, like I said, 41, can't go any different. We're gonna go 7 foot. I like to go 240 to get that extra stamina. And we'll go with minimum wingspan. And of course, the pride and joy of this build, we're gonna go 99 on our post shot. And that right there is definitely gonna give us Hall of Fame whistle, but also pro touch, masher, fast twitch. We're gonna end up getting fearless finisher. I myself despise doing hook shots. I think it doesn't take that much skill, and it actually takes away from your post fading. But for somebody that wants to do post hooks, this is going to be a go-to build for you for sure. We're going to go 80 layup, gives you a float game, two-way, the two-step, bunny, slithery. Slithery actually works out really well, even for driving dunks. I had that pop up a lot. We're going to go 45 driving dunks, not that high, but Dirk wasn't really a dunker. We're going to go just high enough where we end up getting rise up on the standing dunk. And then post control is going to be at 92. That gives us unpluckable along with all of our other Hall of Fame post badges except for drop stepper. I think you do good enough with gold drop stepper. And of course we're going to max out our mid-range shot. I know there isn't really too much difference between 93 and 94, but I'll go ahead and max that out. You see, just from getting 94 mid-range, you see all the Hall of Fame badges we have already, even without maxing out a 3-point shot. Really good badge right now is Spot Finder that I didn't know about in the start of the game. Even as a 7-footer, you get it on bronze. Of course, we're going to max out our free throw. Pass accuracy, I'm big on having that pretty high, more so for the post playmaker. Been doing it for years where I have high pass accuracy because this build can't be guarded one-on-one. You end up getting doubled a lot. Funny thing is, I actually have Dimer pop up more post playmaker for me. Something we'll get into later in the build. End up going 62 ball handle, roughly what I usually have it at. And I actually have higher speed with ball this year compared to previous years. And I'm going 7-4 interior defense. I max out my perimeter defense because I'm more of a 3-4 type of player. Or more in the perimeter, or in the 2-3 would be in the corner. Yeah, going I think 77 on the block. You'll see me tweak it later up to 77 to get that anchor. Rebounding, I am 7 foot, so I can be a second rebounder. But it is the one weakness of this build, I would say, is the rebounding. But even then, as a 7-footer, you'll see me get 7 boards. Still gives me bronze rebound chaser. Anchor should pop up here shortly whenever I adjust this. I'm actually going from my phone to the screen or whatever and recording this. We're going to go ahead and raise up our speed and acceleration. I think it's going to be 50 and 48. Big driver. I'm going to raise up our strength to 86. Get that back down punisher. Just where I screwed up the build just a little bit. We're going to get 60 vertical and screw up our build. We're going to end up having to go back down to driving dunk. Adjust that. End up going down to 93 because I end up having a modifier on my mid-range shot, so I thought that was the reason why. So you see me go back up and raise that back up to 94. And these are all the badges that you have. You got catch and shoot, deadeye, blinders, green machine, post fade. Now, space creator you can't get at 7 feet, but that's going to come in another build here soon. I actually just created a 611 build that we'll get into later. You won't see too much with like the speed difference because of that spot finder, and you'll see me in a lot of this gameplay where I'm playing one side or the other on defense. Of course, we end up getting Dirk as our main guy. I think they actually took that little gold emblem or whatever away whenever they did the template build. I definitely remember getting gold template or gold little shade or whatever, like they do for Legends when I originally did this. Alright guys, we're going to get into some footage. It's going to be full gameplay. As you see, it's 12:18 in the morning. Just think rather than trying to, chop everything up, we're going to just kind of go through it. I'm going to react to it just like you, and we're going to go from here. So you got Kane. He's more of like a Draymond Green. Like I said, it's no squads rec, but we have played a game or so. End up getting another guy, more like a Jason Terry, and then Problem, pretty nice point guard as you can see. He's got the MVP rating. We get a casual. checking who all has a mic and everything like that. You know, the usual. I like to go through the builds. I think 10 guy on me. You have the 6'8" center that's playing power forward. You know, 2K likes to do that. That's part of the reason why I'm looking at possibly doing a 6'11" guy, see if that kind of changes things. Because that dude does play center. You end up a lot of the gameplay or whatever, you know, we end up either switching or he's grabbing most of the boards. End up winning the tip, usually win a lot of the tips. When I'm at power forward, I usually get a decent bit of assist from that 4 spot on the first play, but unfortunately, he turns the ball over. I think he was trying to throw it to the point guard. Like I said, he was just killing the boards when we were playing. Fortunately, this is going to be a pretty boring first quarter. Not getting too many touches, too many looks. But we're going to break everything down. Like I said before, got 60 perimeter defense. So I get that off-ball pass, movable force, things like that. Just got to be able to play one side or the other. Once you get me in the middle, that's kind of the liability. There you end up seeing him get a turnover. I think he was trying to throw it to me. Ends up throwing it to somebody else. Between PlayStation and Xbox, you know, both games have X. Things like that, you get a little confused. Surprisingly, for a no squads rec, pretty spread out. Be able to get the turnover, get on the fast break. Nice little touch pass. Got that on silver right now. I already knew that I was going in. I was just running back just like Steph Curry. As you can see, I do also play with a different camera angle than most people that are playing on either that 2K camera or I think it's like called Rail. There's a dude on Twitter, his name's like China from China. Does these videos of players like I do. But his transitions are so nice because he's playing it from the sideline where it almost looks like you're watching TV. You have to check him out on Twitter. You'll see there, I end up finishing close to the rim, but actually had Spot Finder pop up. Really nice badge, even for big man or whatever, whenever it's cutting. I was doing like a pick and roll kind of deal. Could have that badge pop up. Just gotta double tap that right trigger. End up getting a shot clock violation. Staying pretty spread out. You can end up getting in the lane. There's a borderline 5-out right there. You end up having that whole right side. Thought we had the turnover there. Luckily they still missed. Do have a little bit of a matchup, but you'll see there, I was able to get him to slide over, end up getting the point guard wide open lane. A little out of position there, but that's a nice help defense. Probably should have hit me in the corner there instead of we go for the lane. Get a turnover there, 4-point swing. Another turnover. Like I I said, no squad's wreck. You know, things are going to happen. Wide open in the right corner. He doesn't see it. End up getting it. Butter. There are some limitations with its camera angle. Like you see right now, I can't see the corners. If I'm in the corner on offense, I can't see the hashes. But overall, for my own offensive abilities, it's super helpful as far as like how the defender is playing me. Probably should have went more towards the mid range. End up getting should have been an and one, but I picked again instead of going straight up. You see Fearless Finisher and Whistle popping up there. Whistle breakdown. Fearless Finisher is a really nice badge to have for Whistle because any sort of body contact that you get will help you generally make that shot, whether it's a shooting foul or inside. I'm usually playing one side of the defender with my perimeter defense. Trying to force them one way or the other. Defender got bailed out a little bit from being on that poster there. Kills me how somebody can be a slasher without free throw. Like, I'll never understand how somebody makes that kind of build. Like, you see, he clearly has no free throw rating, but yet you're expected to draw contact consistently with the slashing build. Like, it's literally an oxymoron. In the corner there, points, 3 for 3. Slow game, but I am talking to him about how I've got the matchup. You'll see I'll get a little bit more aggressive this quarter. Forcing the breakdown there. Still up by 3. Everybody always tries playing that baseline for whatever reason when I first get started. There's a turnover. You see there how Deadeye and Blinders and Green Machine post fade all popped up on just that one. This build's so powerful. The amount of badges that all pop up together. Trying to use Spot Finder to hop up to up jumpers. Fortunately, he turns over the ball, trying to do it just a little bit too much. Save it. End up just popping this. I mean, I got to take over and everything. 11 points, 100%. At this point, I'm trying to demand the ball. Fortunately, like I said, no squad's wreck. Can't get what you want. Can't blame old dude though. He's got 5 boards. You know, he's killing everybody in rebounds right now. We're going to Draymond Green though. Great defending, a little undersized. Still trying to go up on the inside though. I've got 2 over here. Trying helping him, end up hurting me inside. With that perimeter defense or whatever, it can help you. As long as you're trying to guard one guy, when trying to guard 2, it kind of hurts a little bit. Wrap that Spot Finder. Gonna pass me there. Like I said, you know, probably should have shot that first one. Usually the second time that I'm doing the post hop and looking for a foul, thinking that they're gonna jump. Should have had another field goal or whatever, but a little bit too much. But wrapping around. wide open lane. Knew that they were going to be baiting to that. A little step back. That's made the good thing about the 6'11" build, having that space creator. I hit that pretty consistently with the 7-footer, but don't have any badges pop up other than open looks, really. That's the crazy thing about 2K here. Ended up doing a drop step, but for whatever reason, it didn't have me do a dribble. So, of course, it called traveling there. Crazy 2K animations when you get towards the baseline. I know several of y'all probably have had it happen to where you catch it on the baseline, you make one step, and it calls you out of bounds, right? I haven't seen that really in previous 2Ks. Right, I have about this 2K. Point guard had a little bit of needle threader there. Probably should have went through, but he got through for 2 points. This point, minute 22 left, shooting 83%, 13 points. I know nothing crazy. I just haven't recorded games where I end up having 40 or 50. Spaced it out a little bit for him. Even though he was a man with the ball, guy still wanted to come towards me. Probably should have got a block there, but a little bit undersized. People complain about people posting up in the middle, but you'll see there actually that I occupied the center to where he couldn't pluck that. Was able to get a clean back door there. Free throw, generally I'm getting that extra point there, so I got 14 points. It's when you got that right stick that I was talking about. You do a little face up, they're thinking I'm going back, boom. You got people flopping to the end of it. I guarantee you've never seen anybody do that move before. That's that right stick. Like I said, I'll be dropping a video here soon on the right stick and what all it entails, what it does. I mean, people use the right stick to shoot. I don't use it to shoot, but I use it for the post fades and the pull-ups and step backs. You've never even seen before that you'll probably see. Or two, because they're court spacing. They try and go a little bit aggressive with the short time. Ugly into the quarter, but we got 16 points to end the half. Or I think 6 points in the first quarter, so 16 overall. You had a problem with 8 points and 8 assists. Good thing about that no squads rack or whatever, if you happen to find somebody that's halfway decent, you end up playing the second game. It doesn't throw you into the squads rack, keeps you in the no squads rack. So it get toxic at times in that no squads rack, but you find some good people in there, it can be a little bit of an advantage. Probably didn't give him the best spacing on that, but knew I had a matchup. He ended up having to dump it off to me, get the bucket. that's come up a lot in Twitter here more recently is whether or not a guy like Black Cobra, if it's viable in comp. It may not be viable from a corner, but I think it certainly is viable from the free throw line. You'll end up seeing in a gameplay later. You set up a post scorer or somebody that can hit the mid range in the middle. You know, you can't double them. You can't decide if they're going left or right. As soon as you double them, somebody's going to be ready to shoot. And you're getting the board. So this probably isn't my best gameplay, but it's probably my most efficient gameplay. Those have watched clips from previous gameplays or whatever see that I've scored 40 plus before, 50 plus. But this is the first time that I've given full gameplay out. Occupy the post, you got the back door there. Right, getting a little cue with the draw charge. Right, getting him to switch, but luckily he wasn't able to knock it down. A lot of times you'll see me taking stuff like that or whatever, just see if they're going to jump. You know, food for science later. Fortunately, we missed a kind of a gimme layup. $77 block, but got there a little bit late. Got doubled, but I got that 92 post control, got that unpluckable. Unfortunately, we had a legal screen on the opposite end. Playing the baseline for him. I'll always say whenever you're covering the corners or whatever, don't give up the baseline. Whereas real life or whatever, you're trying to drive into the baseline as a second defender. Doesn't usually work that way for 2K. I'm gonna drive them to the middle where you have more defenders at. Fortunately, we have a turnover there. No squad's wreck, you're gonna expect the Stevies. Currently up by 5. Still a decent game. Got a very clean block. I thought, you know, I got that anchor pop up, but fortunately, well, you'll see that I think a lot whenever you have multiple people jump at a defender that they got to call it on somebody, regardless if it's a clean block. It feels like they punish somebody for team defense. I give him a little space. I knew he was kind of screwed there. That was supposed to be a pull-up. Instead, he gave me a regular shot. My issue with this year, the pull-ups themselves have been better, but I pride myself on the pump fake and moving or whatever. There's an animation that used to come last year that doesn't seem to happen near as much this year. For the most part, you are smoother pulling up, but there's a animation that I'll give a breakdown along with that right stick shooting breakdown in another video. Tie the game up with 30 seconds. No squads rack. We had about 3 people setting a screen, so I try and get out the way. Vendor didn't know who was going to roll. So I did before even the screen. Wide open dunk. Like I said before, that power forward, that's really a center. Killing the boards. Where it helps a little bit having a power forward guard him. The shooting guard had a decent mid-range game for sure. Get a free steal. Fortunately, I get a turnover towards the end there. It was only 2 seconds, but point guard said hindsight 2020, I should have hit the big man down the middle. There, get a bucket. Unfortunately, bad shot. One squad's rack, so we didn't get burnt from it. Got a wide open jumper. Like I said, mid range. That dude was money there. Unfortunately, a little bit too much help. Give up the wide open 3. There, I was a little bit more close to where if I pump faked, it was more of an up and under. You got dream shake to pop up, fast twitch to pop up, masher. So the 9 close shot definitely certainly helps. Guard up to pop up there, but I was just a little bit late on the shot. You'll see later where guard up actually does pop up like it should have. Trail pass. I had 3 defenders on the paint for whatever reason, but wound up in trailer. We got a little spot finder going. Every time I cut, you'll see me using that spot finder because how low your speed is or whatever, that spot finder certainly helps you split make some separation. Unfortunately, you'll see with a lot of these, I wouldn't call them dribble god because I think that's more of an insult, but there's a lot less in the bag for point guards. They find one particular dribble move and they spam it. Fortunately, I thought we were going to get the rebound there. Like I said, power forward, he was boarding. Thought the shooting guard was going to get it. And of course, you got wave team, green team, calling all the timeouts. They're already frustrated, so we know we got them. Even if it's a 1-point game, it's crazy. Right there, boom. Spot right there outside of the mid-range. On the corners, you see guard up, like I said, pops up there. Do that little change of direction, you're going left, catch it, go right. And then left base doing that. You almost get like a speed boost. Right now it's 3-point game. was speechless after that move. Like I said, slithery, two-step, all that popped up right there. They kept talking about how his fast twitch. Free throw line, seeing what they're gonna do, end up getting the back door wide open. People see that, none of people see that post-up game really at this point. And so they don't really know how to defend it. A lot of them end up freaking out. Gameplay where I'm constantly getting doubled. Three-point game. Nice finish. Sometimes that spot finder can actually get you out of position like it was there. Running out of bounds. Another nice rebound. 5-point game, so you know, point guard's gonna shoot it up, but they know where the green's at. Hall of Fame catch and shoot because of that mid-range rating. Open looks, Hall of Fame, Green Machine gold, Corner Specialist gold. A lot of people will end up saying that I kind of limit myself with the Dirk jumper, but I just ran with it for so long, and my content is kind of driven towards that. It'd be kind of interesting to see what some of y'all can do with this build. You know, with the hook specialist that I won't ever use, and then having a Dirk jumper. Definitely hit me up on Twitter if you end up rocking this build and the stats you end up putting up. I'm certainly curious. If you end up having 29 points on 80% field goal, didn't miss from 3, 2 for 2. Performance or whatever, I think it's a little bit skewed. End up having some of those error codes or whatever with 2K a couple days ago. Me personally, I don't lose too many badges. So that's another thing I wish they still had from the beginning of the game. But end up getting player of the game, clutch towards the end, solidifying it. So we're gonna get another gameplay. This is more of the playmaking aspect. You end up seeing this Blame Kai. He's kind of got that Chet Holmgren type of build. Again, no squads rec. Just happen to link up with him. This is the second game. Honestly, for the most part, nobody else on this lineup really mattered. You'll end up seeing in the gameplay why. We did get this Slimerson and Reaper to finish out the lineup. Alright, again, reacting just like you. Ended up recording this a few days ago. Going through the builds. Like I said, Blame Kai, that's going to be the main one. It's going to help me out with this. Not a great lineup on the other end, but no squads rec. That gumball, sorry. So you end up seeing Relay or whatever. He'll end up quitting towards the end or whatever. He's a small guy, but of course a little bit quicker than me. We both have a matchup on the offensive end. One of us gets to use it a little bit more than the other. try getting a little cute with the flashy pass, trying to boost up his shot a little bit. So funny enough, you end up seeing this guy. He sees the matchup, trying to tell the point guard. Of course, like most point guards trying to shoot, not trying to be a true point guard. You know, you'll end up seeing a lot of these 2K dudes end up making a point guard just so they can have the ball in their hand, more so than being a point guard and running the game. I end up getting a little bit out of position, getting bumped a few times. My guy ends up scoring. Trying to get out of the dude's way, but he ends up dribbling towards everybody else. Not in the corner. You got Silver Needle Threader right there. Ends up getting another steal. Fortunately, it's a bad shot. Turnover goes to waste. Like I said before, I'm trying to play one side. You end up seeing how obviously the right side, or my right, was pretty empty, so I was trying to force it to the left. Your pass foul just because he was towards the end. First time I've seen it where someone catches and gets a clear pass being towards the 3-point line. I'm not usually trying to be in somebody's way, but I did have, like I said, pretty obvious matchup. I've definitely been there where I'm the power forward and you got a center that's doing nothing but sit in the paint. Offense, so I get it. Fortunately, I had a 2K animation where it tried to tell me to jump, and I'm just putting my hands up. Ended up getting burnt from that. I'm not saying there's not going to be defensive liabilities with the ratings that you have, but you end up running with the squad and you're running 2-3 zone. Although the speed and stuff will get taken used to, if you have the IQ to kind of read it, you can always go one way instead of kind of backtracking. I think speed and perimeter defense, or lateral quickness really, is what the perimeter defense is. I think it kind of allows you to do things that, you know, a true defender would end up reading and going. You can kind of, you know, things like spamming the X button or whatever and things like that, race stick ripper, you know. You have that 70 defense or whatever, you're trying to play more of a chess game than checkers. Fortunately, this game, transition foul ends up going to him. But on average, I do get a decent bit of free throws from the transition takes. Unfortunately, that's one of those takes where I'm trying to use that right stick and gives me wrong animation. So there are some faults using the right stick for sure. I mean, that was only Bronze Bulldozer because I haven't used it that much recently. But I'm just bigger than him, able to kind of force it up. Fearless finisher, making contact, masher because he's so short, and of course pro touch. It's 17-10. He's getting his points, but he's winning a couple of fights, but he's not winning the award. People in the post, they're like, I'm going to set a screen for you. All that really is, hey, I'm going to set a screen so you can get rid of the ball. Fortunately, dude's where he's not supposed to be, ends up getting fucking dunked on. Let me know in the comments if you like this camera from a watching standpoint. We're 5'10", they're 5'9". We've got those transition take free throws, things like that. I think we end up having more threes made than them. Like I said before, this is going to be more of a playmaking aspect. Trying to use that spot finder there, though. Got somebody just trying to set up their shot. He greens it, though. Can't complain. Up 6. End up getting another steal on the inbound. He gets that dunk meter to pop up. So we're up 22-14 into the first. Both gameplay is kind of a slow start in the first quarter. That right stick ended up getting me into a jump animation. But you'll see for the most part I tried to play one side or the other. Trying to force him that way. My big man trying to double. That left trigger was automatically open. He wasn't even on my screen. Just dotted him right there. As true Hall of Fame would say, dude couldn't mind his own business. Probably should pull that one. Not trying to be as aggressive as I usually am. That center comes over, dot. That first post spin failed. He thought it was going to be a wad up and dunk. Comes over running. Like I just keep dotting the center. And he keeps running over. Our center ends up having a game because of how many open shots he has. And I got 4 points, 4 assists, and I'm getting doubled. People just know how it is. You see that 9-9 close shot. Side block, end up getting the board. The other cool thing about this camera is like immediately I can see who's open. I don't have the camera swivel or anything like that. I'm not praying for that, what is it? Used to be LBRB or whatever. Now I think it's like hold A. That time. Definitely end up figuring out shortly how to play off of them. Shooter. It's all drives. Fortunate animation for him, ends up missing. Had a wide open layup. So we had a board, ends up cherry picking. I've got have my sound off. So for like Twitch, I've got like all the music off. The fortunate part about the music is it also turns off your shot clock. Like I said, you got the point guard. Kills me. Rep 17, you know, but it kills me how many times you'll have a point guard come up, no touches to anybody else. I'm just gonna come up and pull the shot. I talked to him a little bit about that. End up getting the ball. I probably should have pulled it there. End up if he made that extra swing. And of course, more dribbling. We got 2 seconds on the clock. I'm setting up for the board. Right to me. You got left trigger, wide open. Boom. 4 points, 5 assists. Silver post playmaker, hovers between gold and silver. Sometimes where I'm in the post and it'll just say it was dimer because I'm not like really in the post. Seconds on the clock. Put my hands up. Knew if he ended up taking another couple dribbles, it was going to be a shot clock violation, so he was kind of stuck there. Up 18. It's a blowout right now, like I said. I got the matchup. They knew it. I knew it. Fortunately, our point guard didn't always know it. And giving him some space. He's got that sharp take. Let me know in the comments if y'all are part of the lead or rise. Probably a little too late to end up switching, but hearing a lot of good things about the rise takeover, or whatever you want to call it. I've got 2-way personally, so obviously most of my 2-way things pop up on defense rather than offense. Like I said, I noticed fairly early he's always trying to drive, so yet another brick on a 3. He's got 14 points, so I got 4. I've got 3 shots, but I've got 5 assists. I think no turnovers. Yeah, no turnovers. Hey guys, make sure you sub up to this channel, and also make sure to follow my Twitch. Because if I start doing some of these extended gameplays, I'm gonna be recording through Twitch for now. So I get an Elgato or something like that. All this was from Twitch through Xbox and recording it, putting it on my CapCut. Follow me through Twitch. There's no great setup as far as Twitch goes. You can be recording. If you want to talk through the chat, I'll end up having my phone open. So if it's something that I'm working on to get on YouTube, you'll be the first one to know about it. Defense is sagging a little bit, 19 points I think right now. Fortunately, 2K's got animations sometimes where you're in the post and they're like, gonna do a bounce pass rather than just a regular pass. That's what kind of happened there. Dude would not mind his business. He would not mind his business. Wide open 3 again. Like Like, center's going off, yet I've got 6 points and he wants to double and triple me. Make it make sense. Forced to pick the ball up. He was open for a second, had a bad catch animation, but a moving force made him pick the ball up, ended up getting a 3-second call. Probably one of the more underrated badges. When the game first came out, obviously a lot more people know about it. That fast twitch, Hall of Fame, baby. I think 2K Labs tried to say it was kind of not really doing too much for us, but personally, I still notice it. You give the point guard a little bit of credit. When he gets turned over, he fights to get it back. He doesn't pout over it. A little bit of ugly gameplay right here. Nobody wants to take a shot. Bad shot by our point guard. Get a little frustrated, wide open on the other end. Five points though. What can you say? Like, center is 8 for 11, and I kept having this other center double me. That's what the build's for. Just read and react kind of thing. Dude would not learn his lesson, bro. I set it up. I set it up again. He would not learn his lesson. Play center with me if you can shoot, space the floor. It's a field day for you sometimes, I swear. That's a little cleanup block there by him. Unfortunately wasted yet again. Nice turnovers that were wasted during this gameplay. Probably shouldn't have taken that shot. I had shot to take. Just trying to make something happen. Hadn't really done too much. Trying to show a little something for you guys. Got him up in the air. Not too many people do the pump fake out of the corner. Like, that's like instant boost off your shot. Or I should say speed boost. Fortunate take. Again, that power forward on the other team could not shoot. Wide open banger. It's a blowout. All because the other center would not start guarding me. Even when I had 4 points, dude had like 6 makes, would not stop guarding me. A little bit of a jab step there. Done the defender, pulling up the free throw line, like I said before. Like, I had Garda pop up just as how short he is compared to me. Like, I think 2K Labs did something with that as far as breakdown. Got a little carried away. As much as I do the step backs or whatever, that 6'11" build's definitely going to come in handy. Fell asleep a little bit there. Kind of frustrated with my shot. Something out with that right stick. Something I recently found out about it. Trying to time it in game. Obviously, y'all know in game compared to like my career, whatever, 2 different timings. But I'm super interested to see if Speed Creator pops up on those kind of step backs. I don't think they'll pop up for post hop shots, but hopefully they'll pop up for those little step backs. They do, it's over. If you're still watching the video at this point, first off, really appreciate it. I know it's a little bit of a longer one, but I wanted to give you all full gameplay. Make sure you like up the stream. Let me know what else y'all want to see with this channel and how it's going. I know, unfortunately, I haven't put too much content out there this year. I work at Amazon, so it kind of gets busy during the Christmas hours. Up in there, but I had to get a shot up. Being a little bit selfish. Up 30 points. That one definitely was trying to set up a pass. And fortunately 2K gives us those animations sometimes too. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about No Squads Rec overall. I mean, personally, I think it's a win. I know there's a little bit of toxic stuff that happens time to time, but compared to what I used to deal with when I didn't have people on, I'd try and go on that looking for group through Xbox. It wasn't even worth it. I'd spend hours sometimes trying to find the right squad, or if I thought I was going to be a part of a squad, I'd get in the party, they'd end up adding somebody else and then kick me, you know, like it was fucking drama queen shit. Squads Rec, you know, you can get a game in, get 2 games in, try and get the definitely the way to go. Everyone's for the most part on the same playing field, except for, you know, you end up going on the streak with a squad of 5, which is fairly rare to have all 5 stay. There's always going to be somebody that leaves that didn't get enough touches or whatever. Of course, you end up seeing the power forward and the other team ends up quitting. A little bit better, even though it was an AI. I'm telling you, if that has Space Creator pop up when I do it, it is going to be over. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be crazy. It's going to have so many clips. Big in there. Like I said, Chet Holmgren. You give me a decent center, I can space the floor. This build goes crazy. I'll make it at the power forward is to try and get a matchup with a small power forward. That's the 11 build that I'm going to be making. Even those 6'8" guys that are centers end up still playing at center, so we'll see. What do y'all think is the most underrated badge, or what do y'all think is the most overrated badge? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, I think Whistle's the most underrated per se, because most people aren't trying to go for that 99 rating. Most overrated. It's a tough one. Honestly, you know, looking at my build, I'd say a lot of the defensive badges would be a little bit overrated. But I think defense can come a little bit more from skill, and the higher your rating is more bailout. Now, granted, I maxed out the mid-range and 3-point for the same reason. You know, if they get a contest, I want a higher rating. I'll buy it, so. So pissed I missed that one. I was so pissed. And almost. I would never throw up, but almost. They're fouling. Didn't get. He's up at 19-7. Pretty consistent with this build. You end up seeing, if you go back, average almost 19 points, a little over 50 field goal percentage, and a little over 45, I think, from 3. And that's saying from day 1 to now, even when we had that like season 2 patch where nobody could really shoot, I wouldn't say it really fell off too much. And we'll see what I end up averaging with this new build. Post fades less consistent or whatever, unless you're on the smaller guy. But these are all Dirk animations where GP Labs and others would say that the Dirk fade is probably the least gradable shot. So, like I said, I'd probably end up a little bit with the animations that I do with this build. But if you're curious what y'all got going on with y'all's build, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. For you guys, email me comments, whatever else you want me to end up creating. I'm gonna have a Dirk mix come out here soon. Something that I got my channel started with for 23. It's hard for me to really create any other type of player. I've been doing this build for so long, but I might end up getting into this pro-am, so just let me know. All I got for you guys.